everyone, hello to Robins and hello to Wrens. My name is Miss David and some of you might recognise me. You might already know me. You might know me because you might have seen me around at school. You might have been outside during choosing time and seen me. You might know me because you might have a sibling in my class or in the class I taught last year. So if your brother or sister was ever a squirrel, I would have been their teacher. So we're going to have a little chat in this video. We're going to talk about two different things. First of all, I think I'm going to introduce myself because some of you do know me and some of you don't. But when we all get to finally come back to school, I will be one of the Year 1 teachers. So when you go up into your new Year 1 class, it might be me who is teaching you. And so I thought this would be a really good time to introduce myself so we can get to know each other a little bit better. So I'm going to tell you a few things about myself. I've already told you one thing. And my first thing is that my name is Miss David. And I am 27 years old. I know. I sound really old, don't I? Especially when you're only 4 or 5 and I'm 27. But I promise you, I'm not that old. Because I know that that's what will be said. Is, wow, Miss David's really old. So, I'm going to start by telling you a few other things about myself. An important fact about me is that I wasn't born in the UK. I was actually born in a country called Saudi Arabia. So I wasn't actually born in the UK, and I didn't actually come to live in the UK until I was 8 years old. And on my little slide is the Saudi flag. So that's their flag, and a little map, if you can just see it, of Saudi Arabia. So that's where I was born. And it does make me a little bit different. People are always a little bit surprised when I say that was where I was born. But I always like sharing it because sometimes I have children in my class who also weren't born in the UK. Like I had some this year who weren't. And it was fun for us to share about where we are from. So I'm going to tell you a few facts about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a very hot country. A very, very hot country. And it is famous for having lots of desert and lots of dry land. But we did have beaches, so we used to go to the beach a lot. And it has things like scorpions and snakes and spiders. It all sounds very scary, but it was lots of fun when I was growing up. My parents used to bring home scorpions in jars so we could see them, and then we'd go out and release them back out into the desert. And if you don't know anything about deserts, deserts are really sandy places and there's no water. And we used to go out into the desert and we used to go and look at the stars because in the desert you can see the stars really. So really, those are some things that you might not know about Saudi Arabia. Another thing you might like to know about me is that I have 2 dogs and they're called Max and Dan. Max is the black dog. He is a black flat-coated retriever and he is gorgeous. He loves nothing more than playing with balls and fetching. He loves a walk and he loves a cuddle. My other dog is called Dan, which sounds like a very funny name for a dog, and we know it is. And the reason why we called him Dan is because he is desperate, and we used to call him Desperate Dan because when we first got to him, he'd been living as a stray. He hadn't been living with a home. So he would eat anything he could get his tiny little grubby paws on. Anything. And so we used to call him Desperate Dan, and the name stuck. He's our old man. He's an old dog, and he loves nothing more than a quiet place to sleep, the occasional walk, and his dinner. His favourite thing in the world is dinner. He knows dinner time. He knows. I also live with my mum and my dad, and I have a little sister who's not so little anymore. She's 24. So she's really not little, but she is my little sister. and her name is Jennifer. Something else you might like to know about me is that my favourite colour is yellow, and lots of children who know me from year 1 and some of the year 2s who know me know that my favourite colour is yellow, and that I used to wear a fabulous yellow skirt, and that's how they all knew that my favourite colour was yellow. I also thought I'd tell you some other things that are my favourites. My favourite thing to do is to read and write stories, and I love to sing. And when you come up into year 1, you might think about joining the Key Stage 1 choir, because that's what I run. I run the Key Stage 1 choir, and we do lots of singing, and we were learning, before this all happened, some Disney songs. So you might like to come along and join me next year. Also, my other favourite things, my favourite animal is an elephant, and my favourite food is salted popcorn. And whenever I tell people this, they think I'm mad, but I love salted popcorn. Okay, to finish this little part of the video, I would love to get to know you guys better. And if you feel like it, there's no pressure. If you feel like it, I would love to get to know you and for you to share some things about yourself. You could write them down. You could just put a little message on Teams about yourself, like your name and your favourite food, or your name and your favourite colour, so I can know something about you as well, because it's going to take me a little while to get to know you. And I would love for you to know something about me and for me to know something about you. Cool? So, on to the second part of this video. So, in the coming weeks, because of the popularity of our phonics sessions, phonics live videos for year 1 and 2, Mrs. Harper has very kindly asked if I would do some phonics videos for reception. And I said, yes, I would love to, because I would love to do some phonics videos for you guys. So every Wednesday, I'm going to release a reception phonics video. Okay. And in this phonics video, we're going to do a little bit of revising some graphemes. We're going to do a little bit of blending. We're going to do a practice. And we'll do an apply, and we might even do a little bit of spelling at the end. But my videos for reception are going to be that little bit shorter, so they shouldn't be as long. Try it on a Wednesday, and we'll see how we go. I really, really hope you come along and join me for some phonics videos, and I would love it if you shared a little bit about yourself on Teams so I can get to know you. And I hope that you have a lovely day, and I will see you next Wednesday. Sound good? Bye!